What's up, guys? This is Kephas.
Alright guys, I need to start things off by making a sincere apology because I totally used clickbait for this one. The title's a bit dramatic, but it's also kinda true. I really do think Midnight is going to change WoW forever, and I'm hopeful that it's going to be for the better. But let's talk about it. So do you remember when Blizzard revealed Midnight at Gamescom? It was total botchamania. Info was scattered everywhere, some in interviews, some in random YouTube shorts, like Blizzard just threw puzzle pieces in the air and said, "Figure it out, nerds." But I use spell reflect. I'll care more when you figure out how to explain it better, nerds. Well, it turns out those nerds figured out how to explain it better, and boy did they. With one epic deep dive, a Q&A, and holy cow, the biggest set of patch notes I think I've ever seen, oh my god. Needless to say, I feel like I have a better understanding of what to expect for Midnight. Now, I'm not gonna cover everything because I'm not reading all that. It's a lot. But I am going to cover what I feel are the most important takeaways and what will likely define Midnight as an expansion for World of Warcraft. And no, I'm not talking about player housing, but I am really excited for that. It looks really good, you guys. The first big bombshell is that Blizzard is straight up obliterating combat add-ons. Turns out the prophecies foretold by many a YouTube thumbnail are coming true. I think we all knew this day was coming, but when I read it, my heart sank a bit. As someone who literally needs add-ons to play, I thought,
"Gentlemen, it has been a privilege playing with you tonight."
But then I saw the other half of the news, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but Blizzard might have actually listened? Yeah, I know, we're at that hopeful, optimistic Blizzard listened phase of the expansion cycle, but I'm not gonna lie, I do feel kind of vindicated. It's like the devs finally peeked over their mountain of cooldowns and procs and went, wait a second, maybe people don't want to stare at 47 flashing buttons. Maybe our game is a bit too complex.
Maybe I was wrong. Nah.
The truth is, WoW has been around for 2 decades, and over time it basically trained us to need add-ons. You have to track boss mechanics, your rotation, your buffs, your cooldowns, and without add-ons the game feels like, I don't know, juggling knives while blindfolded? And I should know, because I'm visually impaired. I'm basically blind without the blindfold. Add-ons are literally my lifeline, but when they become mandatory just to play at a base level, they feel less like accessibility and more like a crutch for bad game design. Like, imagine playing Elden Ring or, I don't know, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out with deadly boss mods. That would completely ruin the game, and yet it's completely normalized in WoW. Even pros and world first raiders rely on combat add-ons to play competitively. And to that inevitable commenter that feels the need to chime in to let everybody know that I play the game just fine and I don't use any add-ons, it's a skill issue. Yeah, that might be true, but you want to know what you're not? A world first raider. So nobody cares. Have a nice day. WoW's biggest problem is that it's not really complex in a fun way. It's complex in a clunky way. Classes have like 12 cooldowns, 24 procs, 3 different resource bars, and you're mashing keys like you're auditioning for a drum solo. That's not deep gameplay, it's just work.
I'm having a good time. Not.
I think the single button assistant was another big eye-opener for a lot of people. I mean, you have this tool that's objectively inferior, and yet many players switch to it to mitigate the complexity, and a significant number of players actually improved when they switched to it. And I'm sorry, I just don't have enough ego to dismiss that many players as just being bad. The fact that the single button assistant made that much of an impact for the player base is proof of poor game design. And to whatever extent, Blizzard seems to agree, because their plan is to nuke combat add-ons while simplifying class design, making rotations more intuitive, and building all the necessary info directly into the base UI. Less looking at bars and icons and more actually reacting to what's happening in the world. At least that's the dream. I figure best case scenario, we get a cleaner, more immersive WoW where skill expression comes from smart choices, not memorizing cooldown spreadsheets. Worst case scenario, Blizzard just replaces WeakAuras with BlizzAuras? Except, you know, it sucks and we get updates once every 3 months.
Fuck.
And honestly, that's my biggest concern as a disabled player. Add-ons gave us freedom. If Blizzard misses something, say a visual tracker or an alert that helps people like me, they might not fix it for months, while add-on devs could whip out a solution in a week. Modding has always been the fastest accessibility tool, so limiting that is going to be risky. That said, they seem to be leaving UI customization alone. You can still move stuff, reskin stuff, make your interface pretty. As long as add-ons aren't telling you what button to press, they're safe. So I'm cautiously optimistic. At the end of the day, we'll just have to wait and see if Blizzard can stick the landing. But one thing is for sure, Midnight will change how we play WoW for better or for worse. And this is the real expansion feature. Not new zones, not story, not even player housing. This will define the future of World of Warcraft. So yeah, clickbaity title justified? Let me know what you guys think. Are you panicking about add-ons going away? Or are you ready to embrace a simpler WoW? I'd love to hear from you, so let me know what you think in the comments. And with all that being said, I will see you guys on the next one.
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, let me know by clicking that like button. And feel free to share it with your friends so they can enjoy it as well. And if you'd like to see more videos, you can subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to be notified as soon as new videos are posted. You can also follow me on Facebook, and if you'd like, you can support my work on Patreon. Links to all that stuff can be found in the description below. This is Kephas. Until next time.